Alright, today we're going to be replacing the Alba drive shaft coupler. The kit comes with a pack of grease, 2 snap rings for each side of the coupler, the upgraded coupler, and this boot that is a lot more durable, it looks to be, than the factory one. Now, some of the tools you'll need are snap ring pliers, 17mm wrench, 17 socket, couple ratchets, and then a 19mm socket. I took the tire off for ease of access. I've already removed the bolts for the diff just for time purposes. They're not super hard to get to. Back here, this boot's usually folded over. The issue is this boot becomes dry rotted, and then there's no grease in here, and it's full of rust, and the splines, the outer splines, strip and leave you stranded. So you need a 19 for here, 17 for this side. Then you lift this A-arm up out of the way. Then the 3 bolts are, there's 3 17mm bolts. One here, one over here. You have to lift this up out of the way to pull that one out. And then there's one more down here. Next, I have to remove, I'm gonna 210s, drop this down, and then this mount right here actually is held on by these 2 bolts. So I'll take those out, slide the mount out of the way, and then I should be able to slide the rear diff back far enough to then pull the drive shaft out far enough and then use my snap ring pliers to remove the snap rings and slide the old one out. So let's get to that. So I'm gonna shut the camera off and I'll turn it back on, and it'll be apart, and we'll compare the old one to the new one. Mine's a 2016 with roughly, I want to say 600 miles. So I'm just 708 miles. And there's still grease in there, so it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to shut the camera off and we'll snap to it being apart. Alright, so we're back. I've got the old one out. Splines actually look really good. Now, like I said, it doesn't have that many miles. I've just seen a lot of pictures on forums where these teeth in here, they just become rounded, or they're supposed to be square-like, where they're actually triangular and about half of the size that's there. So that's the old one. And then here's the new one. Now, you can see that they've got their wear on them, but it's not that bad. It's worth the hour that it takes. One thing I forgot to mention when taking the drive shaft off, there's this rubber. I want to say it's a dampener. I didn't order. They have an upgraded one that you can order, and it's part of the kit. I didn't order it, so this one's not broken, so I can reuse it. It goes right on the end of the drive shaft. There's a little hole there. I'm assuming it's like a little rubber dampener, to stop it, because the drive shaft does have front to back play, so you don't want that, punching a hole in your diff. So to put it on, you want to also, don't forget to remove the boot. I'm actually probably going to leave that one on, and I'm going to put the Alba one probably over it, because it's going to go over here and it'll clamp there. So one more extra boot's not really going to hurt anything. So we'll slide the dampener back in there, Doesn't matter which way, there's no front, back. Slide it on, rotate. Next would be the snap ring, which goes right in that little groove. I know it's kind of hard to see, in that groove right there. And then it's just wiggle the diff a little bit, slide it in, and put the bolts back in. So that's what I'm going to work on next. And then the smaller, there are two different size snap rings. Bigger one, smaller one. The bigger one goes in the back, smaller one goes in the front. It's a little pain in the ass. Angled ones will do a lot better, so I'm going to pop that on. So I decided to go with just the Alba boot. I cut the old one off. It's right here, so you see a comparison. There's this one, kind of just went like that, covered just the tip of the splines. This one will go onto the drive shaft itself and the end of the diff, and clamp down with these post clamps that were provided with the Alba kit. So I'm going to slide this on, put it back together, and I will show you the product of it assembled, and then I'll bolt it up and call it a day. Alright, so it's all done. Couplers on, packed full of grease, both snap rings. It's clamped down nice and tight over the drive shaft and the end, a little bit of the yoke that sticks out after the for the rear diff. Packed it full of grease once the boot was on. Right now it's being held in place by this one bolt. So I've got to put the bolt in here. I got to put the rear mount for it back on. And then that rear bolt, tighten everything up, throw the wheel on, throw this top A-arm, bolt that on, throw the wheel on, and then she's good to go. So let's finish it up. Here's the rear bracket. Oop. knock this out. Alright, and that's basically assembly and disassembly and assembly to change the drive shaft coupler. Only thing left, I'm going to snug everything down, throw this bolt back through. Once everything's snugged back down and torqued down to spec, throw the wheel on and it's good to go. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the awkwardness. It's one of our first videos of one of the Buggy Bros actually speaking. Next time we do something, hopefully one of the other Buggy Bro members will be here, whether it be Keith or Carter or Joe. So I guess like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to see anything in particular. Leave a comment below. Be more than happy to show DIY videos on how to basically do anything on these. Comment the video and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.